Welcome to the 30-minute Inner Strength, Flow, and Stretch class. My name is Emily. Meet me at the top of your mat. Stand nice and tall, shoulders rolled back, palms facing forward, chest lifted. Think of a past adversity you have had, but of course only for a moment, and think of how you conquered and moved past it. Sure, you might have had some help, but the true strength came from inside you. You already had that ability inside of you to move past that adversity. Reach your arms up above your head. Take a big inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ground down and find your inner strength. In busy times in our life, you need to ground down. Find your inner strength and do what you can, and it's okay to ask for help. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe into the stretch you feel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Completely surrender. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings and low back. Tension releasing with each exhale. Inhale, stand tall, reach your arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, surrender, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Make an intention for this class and let it guide you the rest of this class and the rest of your day. Mountain pose. Dive to the left. Breathe into the stretch you feel on your side body and back. Inhale back to center, and exhale, switch sides. Make sure your breath is deep to get the most out of this pose. Come back to center. Open arm twist to the left. Keep your hips square to the front of your mat and turn through your upper body and chin. Inhale back to center and switch sides. Come back to center, mountain pose. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Take a seat on your mat in a comfortable seated position, either on a chair or crossing one shin in front of the other, whatever is comfortable for you today. Inhale, seated cat pose. Breathe into the stretch and exhale, round your back. Inhale back to seated cow. Exhale to seated cat. Deep inhale. Exhale back to seated cat. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right arm to your left side of your head for a gentle neck stretch. No forcing, just using the weight of your hand to stretch your neck. Breathe the tension away. Release and switch sides. Left ear to left shoulder, left arm grabbing the right side of your head. Gently release. Slowly make neck circles, just dropping your chin in front of you and rolling your neck side to side, never behind you. Breathe deep and bring your mind back to your intention. Draw your chin back to center. Take a few deep inhales and exhales. Now twist to your right. Left knee to right knee, left hand to right knee, and turn through your chin to gaze behind you. And switch sides. Right hand to left knee. Come back to center. Plant your feet flat on the mat in front of you and hug yourself into a tiny ball. Feeling a stretch in your low back, and breathe into what you feel. Come back to a seated position with your opposite shin in front. This might seem a little uncomfortable, but we need to find balance in the body. Reach your arms out to the side, then lift your right arm up and over to a nice seated side body stretch. Be mindful to keep the shoulders relaxed. Come back to center and switch sides. Shoulders relaxed, both hips grounding into the mat. Come back to center and keep alternating, taking deep breaths each time you switch sides. Center and switch. Center and switch. In our busy lives, it is good to take time to ground down and find the balance between busy and calm. Back to center and switch. And center. Twist to your left, right knee on your left knee. Come back to center and twist to your right, left hand on right knee. Unravel your legs, place your feet on the mat, and give yourself another hug. Releasing the weight of your head, feeling the stretch going down your back. Make your way to a tabletop position and take whatever feels good for you today. Maybe taking some cat-cows or big hip circles, whatever your body is asking for today. And eventually make your way to downward facing dog and continue to explore what feels good for your body today. Make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back. And hold this plank, finding your strong alignment here. And if you have chaturanga, lower to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, go to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of your mat with your left foot and rise for crescent lunge. Feel the opening in your right hip flexor and the strength in your left glute, finding the balance in this pose. Now shift your weight forward and airplane your arms, building that fire in your left glute. Back to crescent lunge. Breathe in and out. Plant your hands on the mat, step your left foot back high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, and when you're ready, rise for crescent lunge. Arms reaching up for an extra challenge. Again, feel the opening in your left hip flexor by driving your left heel down towards the mat behind you, and the strength building in your right glute. And then airplane your arms, shift your weight forward, intensifying the strength of your right glute. Rise back up to crescent lunge. On your next exhale, plant your hands, step back high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we'll flow quicker. Left foot forward, rise for crescent lunge. Airplane your arms, shift your weight forward. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. Hands to the mat, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, back to crescent. Hands to the mat, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here to find your breath. Drop down to your knees and come to hero pose, sitting on your shins or any other comfortable seated position for a few deep breaths. Make your way to your back. With your feet flat on the ground, bring your left ankle on top of your right knee for a figure 4. Find whatever variation serves you today so you feel an opening in your left hip and glute. For these stretching poses, keep your toes spread apart, feeling the air rush through your toes and the gentle stretch in your feet. Gently lower both your feet back to the mat, and we'll switch sides. Right ankle on left knee, and find a similar variation that you did on the other side so that you can feel an opening in your right hip and glute. As you breathe here, find a moment of gratitude for what you've been able to overcome in your life. That strength was already within you. Release your stretch and make your way to a seated position on your mat for a hamstring stretch. With your left leg long, right knee bent with your foot against your inner thigh, inhale, reach your arms above your head like an extension of your spine. Exhale, fold over your leg. Shifting your hips back behind you, hinging from your hips before you relax into the pose. Slowly rise and switch sides. Extend your other leg out long, bend your other knee. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Take long, smooth, deep inhales and exhales. Slowly rise and come to lie down on your back for our last twists. Begin by bringing both knees into the chest, releasing your lower back. Inhale your right side of your face to the right and drop your knees to the left. Breathe into wherever you feel this stretch. No matter what you're going through, you have the ability to get through it. Find your inner strength. Come back to center, pulling your knees in close. Inhale, look to the left, and drop your knees to the right. Breathing deep to get the most out of this stretch. Mindfully come back to center. Give yourself one big hug, trying to get your forehead to your knees, and then release everything long for your final Shavasana. Take any last physical fidgets you need so you can completely relax, mind and body. This is your time. Focus on your breath when your mind starts to wander. When challenges arise in your life, you can face them straight on, knowing that you won't be given anything you can't handle. When life gets busy, there is strength in humility, knowing that it's okay that you can't do it all and that you may need to ask for help. Start bringing awareness back to your body, your hands and feet. Start rolling them out, bringing back motion. Inhale your arms above your head, long body stretch, and curl over to one side into a fetal position. Take a few deep breaths here. This is a new beginning. Press yourself up to seated. And bring your hands to heart center. From that inner strength within me to the inner strength in you. Namaste.